Okay, my secondary education methods students, we're all three of y'all have been doing a great job, but I wanted to walk you through just a real quick article. This will be for your weekly lecture, and I just want to get you in the frame of mind of using technology. This is an article that I'll also attach to the email, and it talks about Evernote as an interactive notebook tool. So what I want you to take away from this article is how, as a secondary education student who's getting ready to go into student teaching, that you need to bring some of the technology items that you have with you to make you a better teacher, because a lot of people don't. As you look at this, the article talks about using a web app called Evernote uh, to help people become better teachers. It says right here that field-based instruction and technology through the use of Evernote to create digital interactive student notebooks. This term digital interactive student notebooks is what they're bringing forth in this article. Now, an interactive student notebook, when you read the article, you'll see what that is. An interactive student notebook is just a notebook, a pen and paper notebook, where you write down your thoughts, your observation notes, your lesson plans, or whatever you're writing, and you give to your teacher, who then makes comments and gives them back to you. And that's why it's an interactive notebook. The professor and the student interact in their comments back and forth. So what this university decided to do was do what's called a digital interactive student notebook. So using Evernote, having the students keep notes, keep assignments in there, and then the professor could jump in and also include notes as that as well. So as you scroll down, it's what's called cloud-based technology. We all know what cloud-based technology is. That is using the internet as a storage facility so that you can log in and like it's in the cloud. That's all it means. Like Google Drive, Facebook's. But also the article makes a good point about that. Getting away from social media, getting away from Facebook and Instagram and all those social media platforms, and using the internet as an educational tool for education. Implement technology in social studies. And we need to get pre-service teachers to do that. And the article says that we need to do a better job with that. The partnership has resulted in a variety of changes within our teacher education program, which includes, and this is what they're talking about in this article, is they decided to try to create a better teacher prep program. And in doing so, they did several things. And one of them was they had communication with their local school districts. They had stronger field-based instruction. And more importantly, they also started having classes inside some of the local schools. It's an interesting idea. It would be like having our 46-43 class on Wednesdays at Meridian High School so that you would get a better relationship with the school. I could see that. Another thing is called about integrate field-based pedagogy and technology by first addressing the use of technology among pre-K through 12 and pre-service teachers. So we're wanting to bring our technology from our classrooms with our teachers and back to the schools. Technology used with pre-kindergarten 12 and pre-teachers. Look at this. With this context in mind, we adjusted our own practices in an attempt to provide a preview of the technology-rich environment in which pre-service teachers may find themselves. So we are going to go into this world with all this technology, and we need to make sure we bring that to our classroom setting. We sought to heed Wilson and Wright's 2009 calls for social studies teachers to model the practice of technology integration. So we need to bring technology into the classroom. Look at this right here. Undergraduate education majors, only 10% indicated they spent a significant amount of time using technology for education purposes. Now, I'm sure as I drove to Meridian this morning, I saw that young girl in the white Corvette or whatever car she was in, feverishly texting, that she was not using the phone for educational purposes. She was probably just texting. But we need to use our phones and our technology for education purposes. And this will develop a positive orientation beyond technology use just for social media. And that's where it comes right here. Just because you're using your phone for social media does not mean you're using it for technology. this right here says, some researchers have turned their attention specifically to the effective dimensions. Right here, teachers feeling competent and confident using technology have lower anxiety, less fear, and likely to exhibit a positive, effective response to technology use. So as long as if you can start embracing technology, you're not going to be nervous about it, you're not going to be upset about it, and it's going to help you out. As you read this next section talks about interactive notebooks. When I started reading this, I got confused by this term, so I'm here to help you. Remember what I just told you at the start of this lecture. The interactive notebook is just that. It is a notebook, paper and pencil, that you're bouncing back and forth between you and your instructor. So what they're doing is they're taking the interactive notebook, they're bringing Evernote, it says right here, choosing Evernote, and they're bringing Evernote into this to make it a digital interactive notebook. And that's the whole idea. They also could use what they call Google Drive. You'll see that here as well. But when you look at it, this is a screenshot of Evernote. They have all these folders in here, all these notebooks in here, and that's how they wanted to do that. Now, one thing they said about Evernote was, it's right here in this passage, is it was very searchable. They really liked Evernote because it was so searchable. They also kept stressing that it's 100 million registered users. It's underexplored. Not many, as an educational tool, not many people use it as an education tool. So I would agree with that. Also down here it says that you're able to create large portfolios that includes audio, photos, handwritten notes, typed notes, and items such as that. They mentioned a web clipper extension that they were allowed to tweak and modify with Evernote that allowed them that. And they kept stressing in this paragraph that Evernote gave their students easy access. And it allowed them to go in their notebooks, modify their notebooks, and also allowed the professors to go in there and learn it. One thing right here it says is it required some practice and training on the front end. And you're going to see that in our little homework assignment tonight, or for this week, is whenever I want you to go into Evernote and see how much training it really takes, how much front end training that takes. We'll see. Now, one thing they did, which could have been kind of controversial, near the end of the semester we conducted a survey. They said that what they did was they decided to make everyone pay $5 a month for the extended premium edition of it. But they even said that the $5 a month fee was really to help the professors out, because it gave some tools for the professors when it came to sharing. So I don't really know if that's good. So what we want to do for homework, which we'll see, I'll expand in a minute, but I want you to go into the free version of Evernote. And we're not going to go into do not buy the $5 version, but let's see what we can do with the free version and see how we can modify that and make that into something nice. You'll see all these charts here. People said they liked Evernote. It was somewhat easy, but 26%, they kind of, in the article, they kind of not really talked too much about this one, but 26% said that they were not certain that they were using all of Evernote's features. So that was kind of, wow, you know, that's kind of weird. 50% said they would not continue using Evernote. 29% said yes, they would definitely use it. Yes, 21%. So you see all these quotes here that Evernote's great and they really liked Evernote. So the question that continues to arise here is, what can we do with technology such as Evernote? And I wanted to show you this article because what I want you to do for homework, really easy homework, because you're working on your lesson plans now. We're going to get away from lesson plans this week, is I want you to look at Evernote. Go ahead and get into Evernote, log into it, create an account. It's free. Create an account and go into Evernote and see how, is it difficult? Is it easy? Learn some features on it. And please don't come to class next week and say, Evernote, whatever, you know, it was easy, I got it. Please spend some time going into Evernote, see if you can create an account, and then we're going to do an assignment based where we're going to all log into Evernote and we'll see if we can do an interactive article with that. So right now, just go into Evernote, see what it's like, look at it, and see if you can use that for student teaching. And I want you to think about that, because I'm probably going to move towards that with student teaching. Is I'm going to give you, you use your Evernote account, and then you can log into Evernote every day, and you can type up your summary, and then I can look at your summaries too, and you can kind of use it like a diary. But also look at how you can tag stuff. See if you can find that web clipper app, and I'll use that. But read this article as well. So your homework assignment for this week is to log into Evernote and explore Evernote. Really get into it and see if you can do it. See if you can understand it, and see if you can figure out what all the elements are. You know, just go into it. So it's kind of a fun one. Now you're going, oh, it's not going to be fun. I don't want to do that. Well, all right, that's fine. Your second assignment is to continue working on your unit plan and continue your observations. Now your third assignment. Your third assignment is to go into Evernote and explore the options. That's it. So you're seeing the recurring thing. So just go ahead and go into Evernote and see what you think about it, and see if you like it, and see if it differs from maybe Google Drive and items such as that. All right, so that's it. So go into Evernote, look at it, and then go ahead and continue working on your unit plan. But also, if you can, read this article as well, please. Especially, one really good part of this is why Evernote. And what I would do, if whenever I got into my, right here, let me see if I can find it, choosing Evernote on page 98, go ahead and read this, and then kind of, when you're going into Evernote, see if you can find some of those options. All right, so very easy little article to read. So I would read this article, I would watch this video, which you've done, and then I would go ahead and explore Evernote, and just enjoy the week, and have a good day, and hope your observations are going well. Thank you for listening.